Here we are back at this Hillside home. Right now, we're about 2 weeks from blue tape walk, so we're starting to do some of the finishing touches. We're gonna have our blue tape walk with the client in about 2 weeks, like I said. So we can kind of see where we're at now. Last couple of videos, we were a little bit rougher in the stages, so you can see. We'll walk through, take a look at some of the features. Obviously, these windows are in. We got our tile down on the balcony. The covered balcony's got its tongue and groove in that partially wrap around. So these sliders starting to get everything cleaned up, but we can go ahead and take a look. Here we continue in the living room. We got our tile on our fireplace, floor to ceiling. Got that going in, touching it up. We'll get these seams painted. You can see we got our bracing for our mantle set that we'll build around. We'll match the cabinetry with that, but on our mantles, we like to tie into our actual framing so it's nice and solid. And then we got our wood burning gas assist fireplace, which will get cleaned up. Right now we have all our power off because we came in and there's a apparent water leak somewhere, just part of the process when we're finishing up, especially on this home. No actual water system, it's a water catchment. So during the build, we weren't able to have water in the lines a lot of the time. So right now we're actively testing everything. Got the power off because we have a leak somewhere in this wall. So we'll get that opened up, get it fixed, and just continue from there. But we can also move on to the kitchen and see the progress we're making there. Here in the kitchen, made a lot of progress since our last video. We got our cabinets in, our tops. We got our custom backsplash tile placed, which was actually made by the homeowner, so very unique. Each piece was hand-drawn and whatnot, so able to get that in for them. Gonna look sharp when it all comes together. Got a unique light fixture here that they really like, so able to bring that to life. And this island, last time was actually about 2 feet bigger, as per plan. Once we built it, the homeowner decided they wanted that space open, so we cut this down to where they'd like it. Just pull some stools up, eat your breakfast there or whatnot. But just part of the custom process we go over with all our homeowners. This opening here was built to size per the selection on the appliance. So during our process, we get our appliance selected and we design, lay out our cabinets just so everything flows real nice. Here we got our bracing for our floating shelves. This is kind of what it looks like before. You can take a look at it here in a couple of weeks when it's all finished, but this is kind of behind the scenes what it looks like. We got our bracing tied into the framing so it's nice and strong, and we cut out our tile around it so everything is pretty seamless. So it'll look real sharp, strong. You can put as many plates as you want on there and it'll be nice and strong. And here we're going to have double cooktops. We're going to have a gas propane unit and then an induction with a nice big vent hood up top. So something the homeowner had a vision for, wanted to take advantage of the space. So we built it to size to fit 2 in there. They'll slide in, vent hood. And this back is actually going to be a solid piece of stainless steel that we're going to have custom fabricated to match the height of the tile, but up against it so it flows real nice, looks real nice. Almost like a commercial setup, but it's just a high-end functioning residential kitchen. So something the homeowner wanted, we were able to work with them, kind of bring it to life, and you can see what it looks like finished here in a couple weeks. All right, here in the entry foyer, we got our custom iron door. That's something we sit down with all our clients, kind of develop off of their concepts. So we have a fabricator that can design basically anything. So this is a design the homeowner came up with. Actually opens in the window area itself. So opens up so you can have some fresh air or see out without opening the whole thing. Just one cool thing, but again, something completely custom we do with our clients. And here on this home, this area actually came all the way across when we were developing with the client. They wanted to get this nice and tall and have a drop down chandelier there. So we were able to push this back, put a railing. So it's a nice grand entrance in the foyer. Just gives it that personal custom touch and just part of the custom process. So really came together nice, and something we were able to help the client visualize and then put it to actual building. All right, here we are outside. You can see this area kind of really came together nice. This is one of the features the homeowner definitely wanted to take advantage of, and really the house was kind of designed around. So this view off the back, we were able to build this with a large beam going across. We got 2 posts to sit on, so we were able to keep this area nice and open, take advantage of that view from the covered porch, and inside with that window wall and the large slider. So nice and open. We're stucco all the way around. We got our cable railings. You can see it flows all the way across. On this side, we do have a kind of a partition wall built up a little bit. And the reason for that is under this side is living area. Our master bedroom and suite is downstairs. So it's actually over the area. So we needed to build up, flash over it, get that nice flow off the roof so everything drains appropriately, no moisture penetration, anything like that. So that's the reason for the wall. We got our scuttle holes in there, extra drainage, but everything's sloped real nice to come this way. But again, it's covered, so it should be a nice little living area. We got our fans installed. We got our tongue and groove ceiling, which we like to do on all of our custom builds. Homeowner has the stain they like. We do samples, so just something that makes it unique, personal to the homeowner they select, kind of bring it all together. Then we got our outdoor grill here, which was custom built to their barbecue they selected, so fits nice and tight. We'll get our doors on there, but we got that place, so all coming together real nice. Just an area the homeowner had a real big vision for that we were able to bring to life, and it's starting to come together real nice. Here we are upstairs. As you can see, start coming together real nice. We got our windows up top. Take advantage of that view when you're up here. You notice we got our cable railing installed. It flows with the railing on the patio, so everything ties in real nice. Got it covered now just because we're doing another round of paint. Floors are bare because this is going to be carpet, so that'll be the very last thing that goes in. Up top, you'll notice some more unique features. This homeowner actually had some fixtures they have collected over the years that they wanted to use in their house, so we were able to use those, place them. So looks real nice, unique, one of a kind. Up here, you'll notice these can lights aren't the traditional bulbs. There are LED insert kits, so actually no bulbs as the in kit. You shouldn't have to change those for 30, 40 years, especially being so high. So something we just wanted to put in place, and also gives it a nice, slick, modern look. Same thing with the air registers. We didn't use the same look. They're the linear ones that just give it that more modern, slick look. But again, upstairs coming together real nice. We got our AC thermostats in. Those are Nest, something the homeowner wanted. So got those sourced, put them in for them just because that's the platform they want to use. So again, all these things we kind of go over with our homeowner during the build process. Very hands-on, very custom to the client. So definitely just a unique process that we're happy to help bring to life. Here we are downstairs on the lowest level. If you remember, this house is actually 3 levels because we're on the hillside. The homeowner didn't want a large 20-foot foundation, so we're on the lowest level here. The first foundation, then we got our concrete wall, then we have our second foundation. But down here in the master suite, you'll see also taking advantage of that view. We got our bathroom here, and then we have an office on the other end, and then the big walk-through closet on the other side. But also you'll notice on these windows, the homeowner wanted a nice, smooth, slick look. They didn't want the traditional window stool or apron, so we trimmed it out flush with the sheetrock, filled it in nice and smooth, sanded it down so there's no transition there. But this is actually a hard top. All our operable windows we want a hard top on, so we were still able to get that look and have a hard top, get that look the homeowner wanted. So definitely something that came together real nice and is unique about this home that the homeowner wanted to do. Then you have your slider off to the porch here, balcony. We carried that tongue and groove under that porch up top that we were on top of last, just to carry that custom look through. So an area that came together real nice. Added stairs there so they can access their property off the master suite. And then we got our tile down, matches on all balconies. We got that down. We have advanced tech on the first layer. We put a waterproofing membrane, and then we mudded it, and then we have a Curdy system, which is all sloped off to keep it away from the house. And then our tile and grout went on. So came together real nice, just a lot of moving parts, but just part of the process of building custom. Here we are outside. You'll notice our flat work starting to go in. We got our form boards in. We have this aggressive slope being on the hillside, getting that driveway into the house. But actually, when we for this foundation, before we even started construction, we measured and shot grade so we could make it work with this drive in the slope, because this homeowner has particular sports car low profile that they need to be able to get into that garage. So something that you don't always think about, but you want to make sure you're planning for when you're building custom in your particular needs. And you'll notice this trench here is actually going to be a 6-inch drain that's going to flow all the water off that way. So we'll have a nice slope off the driveway, but just for backup in case we get a heavy rain, keep it off the house, nice and fluid, where it's all coming together nice. It's just one of the things that you want to think about when you're building, is how you're going to get your cars into your garage, drain water, and the whole process.